Welcome everyone to my playthrough of Corpse Party Blood Drive on iPad Air M1. Now, about a year ago on April 10th, 2023, I actually completed the first Corpse Party game on my iOS device, and it was, at the time, the most recent Corpse Party release, which was Corpse Party Blood Covered Repeated Fair. And then the 2021 version became the most up-to-date version of Corpse Party. But to prove that the iOS version was indeed Corpse Party Blood Covered Repeated Fair, here you go. Yep. So, no, there's no denying that Corpse Party Repeated Fair was on iOS, and I actually had a blast with it, so much that I am playing Corpse Party Blood Covered. So let's go. Chapter 0, Blood Drive, The Faint Light. Glass wrap? No! Yumi. Sis. No! Before I continue, I should let you know that this is the third installment of Corpse Party Blood Drive. There's two more. There's Corpse Party, followed by the sequel Corpse Party Book of Shadows, followed by this game, Corpse Party Blood Drive. Now, unfortunately, I did not play Book of Shadows, so anything that's referenced to Book of Shadows that's included in this game, I will not have any knowledge of, whether it be characters or scenes from the Book of Shadows game. So I just wanted to let you know. Now let's continue. It has been 2 months since the Book of Shadows incident. I've been critically wounded by the black blow from the sorcery I involved myself with. But Nikosima was there to carry me out of the crumbling Shinazaki estate. The two of us were picked up on the side of the old mountain road and rushed to a hospital, where I was restored to stable condition. The Gurm were responsible for so much of the horror everyone has been through. The Book of Shadows were burned to the rubble of the estate when the roof collapsed.
天神小学校が崩壊し、私たちが現世に戻ってきてから2ヶ月が過ぎた。
Hard to believe that over 2 months had passed since the fall of Heavenly Host Elementary, since the 5 of us were returned safely to the real world. Did we do it right?
おかしいな。都市伝説掲示板の噂では、これをやった直後に地震が起きて、神隠しに遭う危険ありって書いてあったのに。
That's weird. According to the urban legend site, tearing this paper doll is supposed to cause an earthquake and get you spirited away.
ちょっと、そんなのに付き合わせてたの？
Hey, that's not the kind of thing you invite your friends to do with you, is it?
ひどい。
That's so mean. That is mean.
ごめん。これでみんな離れ離れにならずに済むよ。
Sorry, guys. But now you will always be together, right? Yep, you'll be together in death.
幸子を失ったあの空間からは、幸せの幸子さんの効力も消え、
After Sehiko vanished from the close places, the effects of the Sehiko ever after vanished from the world along with her.
迷い込んだ聖女を閉じ込めて残酷に命を奪う呪いの学校を消滅させられたのは良かったけれど、
And certainly, no one was going to miss a place like that, where countless living beings were trapped, their lives snuffed out violently and traumatically.
私たちは友達と先生の命とその生きた証、存在までもが奪われてしまった。
But along with the school, the lives of our friends and our teacher were also erased. And they weren't just dead, but wiped from existence entirely.
聖子はいたんだよ。どうしてみんな分かってくれないの。
I know she's real. Why won't anyone believe me?
そんな子いないのよ。さあ、薬を飲みなさい。
Listen, there's no such person as Psycho. Now, take your medicine, please. No, no!
ナオミ飲みなさい。飲むの。
Naomi? Naomi, take the medicine. Take it.
私はおかしくない。おかしくなんかないんだから。
No, I'm not crazy. I'm not.
生き残った私たちにとってこの2ヶ月は地獄のような日々。
You may have been the lucky ones to survive, but for us, these past 2 months had been hell on earth.
誰か助けて。
Someone, please help.
院長、しっかりして。
Let's rub. Hang in there.
ねごめん。
Sis.
絶対死なせないから。
No, I won't let you die.
私は軽はずみに手を出したオカルト儀式のせいで出血多量の大怪我をして何週間も入院を余儀なくされてしまった。
This was my fault for heedlessly performing an occult ritual. I suffered heavy wounds with major blood loss. I was in the hospital for weeks.
昨日退院してから初めて登校した如月学園。
But when I was finally released just yesterday, returning to school at Kikarashi Academy for the first time since the incident.
校門前で私は校舎を見つめて身をすくめた。
When I reached the front gate, I stopped and stared at the school grounds shrieking back at me.
この門をくぐれば鈴本さんやゆい先生たちのいない現実をいやおなく思い知らされるから。
I knew that once I passed through these gates, I'd be reminded of a reality where Sakamoto, Miss Yui, and the others no longer exist.
篠崎、
みんな
Guys,
この世界で心の底から分かり合えるのはこの5人だけ。存在の消えた4人のことを共有できるから。
these were the only people in the world who understood me, the only people I could relate to, the only ones who remembered our 4 departed friends.
かえり。退院おめでとう。
Welcome back. Congratulations on your recovery. Sob. Alright, time to walk.
おー、篠崎。やっと出てきたか。
Hey, Nazaki finally let you out, did they?
岸沼くん。
He's Maru.
おかえり、委員長。
Welcome back, class rep.
中島さん。
篠崎、おかえり。
Welcome back.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
あゆみお姉ちゃん、大丈夫ですか？
Are you okay, Ayame?
ありがとう、ゆかちゃん。大丈夫よ。
I'm fine. Thank you, Yuka.
この時、私はまだ知らなかった。
At this point, I still didn't know.
天神症のあった多重閉鎖空間どころではない。現実のこの世界に。
I didn't know that even outside of these close spaces of heavenly host, even here in the real world,
幸せのサーチ。
Sahiko ever after, hee hee.
みんなおまじない好きだよね。またなんか新しいの仕入れなきゃ。
Hee hee. Everybody sure does love that fortune telling stuff. I gotta find me a new one for next time.
ママ、今日は早番だといいな。お腹空いちゃった。
I hope Mama worked the early shift today. I'm starving.
ママ？
Mama? And nobody was there. Odd. Oh dear. Holy crap, the ghost ripped her spine out. And now she's dead.
呪いは拡大しつつあったことに。
The curse's reach was growing. Man, that was an awesome intro to the game. And an awesome song.
変死事件がまた起こりました。死亡した中学生の佐久間凛さんは背骨が折れた状態で発見されており。
Welcome home. How was it?
まったく転んだ拍子に落ちていた刃物でああも大怪我するなんて一体何をしていたのあゆみ。
Still can't believe your luck, tripping and falling on, what was it again? A cutting tool, and that's all it took to put you out of commission for 2 months?
日の絵みたいにまた幽霊がどうのとかオカルトまがいなことをしてるんじゃないでしょうね。
Life certainly is fragile. What are you doing anyway? I hope you're not dabbling in that occult business like your sister.
ほっといてよ
Leave me alone.
もういつものこととはいえ日の絵もどこへ行っているのやら。うちの娘たちは親に心配ばかりかけて。
And Hanaway, disappearing as always. I swear, these girls of mine are giving me gray hairs. Sis.
忌まわしい記憶。
The same horrible scene played in my memory once more. Sis. A massive earthquake rippled through the basement of the Shinazaki estate, leaving it teetering on the edge of collapse. Worse still, the whole place was in flames. Hinaway's lifeless body appeared as if simmering in the fire's light, red glinting off a red around the edges of the blaze that were rapidly slicing her flesh. They danced around and through her almost whimsically, prompting unnatural gyrations throughout her body without ever letting her so much as touch the ground. Stop! I grabbed onto Hanaway's body in a vain attempt to pull her to safety. But Hanaway used what little strength they had to pull me back.
あゆみちゃん、生きるのよ。お姉ちゃんはいつもあなたの心の中にいますよ。
You need to live, Ayami. Remember, your sister will always be with you in your heart. I could distinctly hear those words in the back of my mind, spoken in a soft, soothing voice. It was short-lived, however, as the sun suddenly became webbed with cracks and fissures, and a massive beam fell from above, crushing her upper body entirely. With this, I shot to my feet and began running in circles, screaming uncontrollably. I would have run right into the rapidly spreading fire if Naomi hadn't caught me. My hands and feet were covered in rare bruises and cuts from the swarm of blaze that my spell had begun. Naomi was bleeding as well, but nowhere near as badly. No, Kalashwap, we have to go. Let me go. Let me go.
失われたみんなの存在を取り戻すため、篠崎幸子と天神症の呪い、その根源を追う私と中島さんの前に。
Nakashima and I wanted more than anything to bring our friends back, so we gone after the root of the curse behind Sakuichi, Senozaki, and Heavenly Host Elementary.
取り壊され、この世に存在しないはずの篠崎義恵と幸子の成果が現れた。
We sought and found another place that shouldn't be existed, the estate of Yoshi and Sakuichi Senozaki. It was supposedly torn down long ago, but there it stood.
その地下にあった古代の本、ブックオブシャドウズで黒魔術を試した私は。
In its basement, we found an old book of spells known as the Book of Shadows. Convinced I could undo the horrors I seen, I decided to try a little black magic of my own.
夢かうつつかもわからない恐ろしい事態に襲われて瀕死の重傷を負ってしまったのだ。
This inevitably led to the worst nightmare of them all. I was attacked from all sides, uncertain which was real and what was not. The wounds I had suffered should have been fatal.
どうしてあの場所が分かったのかは知れないけれど、飛び込んできたお姉ちゃんが私をかばって。
I don't know how she knew where I was, but just as things seemed bleakest, Sis came rushing into my rescue.
結局私は何もできず、ただ犠牲を増やしただけだった。
In the end, I only made things worse. All I did was add one more sacrifice to the pile.
みんな私の犠牲者じゃない。
I should have died. It should have been me. I'm responsible for everyone's death.
私なんか
It should have been me. Me.
いいぞ、死ね。死ね。死ね。
Go ahead then. Die. Die. Die.
なんだよ、やめるなよ。そのまま死ねよ。
Come on. Don't just stop. Just die already. With one shoe on my desk and sporting a rare open-mouthed version of a shit-eating grin, a boy wearing a black parka was just somehow there in my room without explanation. Who?
死んでくやつが俺の名前なんて興味ねえだろ。嘘ばっかだな、お前の反
If you're
応。
about to die, why do you care who I am? Clearly, you're not serious about this at all. Whimper.
それが嘘だろって言ってんだよ。
Like I said, you're not serious. You're just deluding yourself.
本心はどこだ、クソ女。殺したいんじゃなくて助けたいんだろ。
Where's your
苦しんでるてめえをよ。
Where's your mind at, bitch? Are you just looking to save yourself? Spare yourself from all the suffering?
八つ当たりしてねえで動けや、甘ったれ。
So stop lashing out and do something about it. You fucked hard.
誰も助けちゃくれねえぞ。
Ain't nobody coming to your rescue.
誰よ。何なのよ。何しに来たのよ。
Who the hell are you? What do you want? Why have you come here?
誰でもねえさ。
I'm nobody.
嘘ついたまま本当に終わっちまっちゃつまんねえぞ。
And this is gonna be real boring if it ends with you lying to yourself. Without a word, he motioned for me to put my hand out and unceremoniously popped a piece of tinny gum into it. The boy smiled with a cold yet oddly kind expression, then finally took us away by jumping out the window. Whimper, sniffle. All I could do was stand there and sob.
確か篠崎の家はこっちだったよな。
Shinazaki's house should be somewhere around here, I think.
変わった格好のやつだな。
Hung of a fashion sense that kid's got.
天神賞も崩壊し消え去った今、罪滅ぼしに私に何ができるのだろう。
Now the heavenly host elementary is gone. What do I do? How do I repent my sins? Okay, so now that I have a moment, I want to talk about Ayami. She is clearly suffering from survivor's guilt. And that's apparent because she feels really, really guilty that all her friends died, or all her four friends died, and that she essentially led them to their deaths by doing what Noho suggested. Even though it wasn't Ayami's fault because she was just listening to Noho, she still feels gravely responsible. And I can understand, but what that boy said is true. She's not serious about dying, because if you're serious about killing yourself, you are going to kill yourself. It doesn't matter if you're not going to call the person, you're not going to call anyone, you're not going to text anyone, you're just going to die. And I had a friend who always used to say, oh, life is shit and this is a miserable way to live. And she was abused, but yeah, part of why she wanted to die was because of her abuse when she was a child. But for all her saying that life was shit and that this was a miserable life to live and all that, she chose to live, and she found value in living. Because if she didn't, she wouldn't have said those things, and she would have just killed herself. So that's what I'm saying. People who just talk about killing themselves without actually doing anything about it, those are the people who are not really serious about dying. And more so, those are the people who just want someone to talk to and someone to make them feel better and then listen to their problems. Because like I said, if you're serious about killing yourself, you are going to find a way to kill yourself. You're not going to tell anyone. You're not going to complain about it. You're not going to say, oh, this it's a terrible life, you're not gonna say anything about it. So, my friend saw value in life. So, this is my 2 cents. If they keep talking about just killing themselves and doing nothing about it, they just see value in life, you know? They are glad that they are alive, and they want to keep being alive, and that's why they won't kill themselves, because for all their talk, they are scared of death. And sorry about this long rant, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents about why Ayame felt the way she felt. And I know about survivor's guilt, and yeah, I just wanted to explain what survivor's guilt was if you all didn't understand why Ayame was doing what she did, essentially. So let's get back to the game. Stand. Bow.
はい、お疲れ様。
Nice work, everyone.
おう、サトシ。お前今日弁当だよな。屋上で食おうぜ。
You brought lunch today, right? Let's eat on the roof. That is a terrible idea.
ああ、そうだな。今日は天気も良さそうだし、行くか。
Oh, sure. Seems like a nice day for that. Let's go.
おお、すごい空だな。雲が全然ない。
Wow, the sky is clear as can be. Not a single cloud.
秋晴れだな。
Love that autumn sun.
この辺で食べよ
How about here?
う。しかしなんか、妙に軽いな、弁当箱。
I gotta say though, my lunch sure does feel light.
よしき、今日はなんだ？
What do you bring today, Yoshiki?
時間あったから揚げ物にした。
I had some time, so I fried up a little something.
相変わらず何でも作れるな、お前は。俺んちは昨日の残り物とかだよ、多分。
Man, your culinary skills are really impressive. I'm guessing I just got last night's leftovers.
いいじゃねえかよ。この幸せもんが。
Sounds like first world problems if you ask me.
そうなのか？
You think so? For bread or something. Sorry. His mom forgot to put
母さん！
Mom?
あら、こんなところでご飯なの？今日は晴れてるし、一層美味しく食べられそうね。
Well now, lunch all the way up here. It is a fine day today, so I bet your food will be all the more delicious.
確か、庭クオン先生。
Miss Kuan, Nia,
だっけ？
I think. Yeah. This was our class TA, Miss Kuan Nia, age 24. She was an English teacher with white hair, blue eyes, and a soft, delicate voice.
クラスメートの話によると、俺たちが天神小学校から戻ったあの日から、
We asked our classmates about her the day we returned from Heavenly Host on YouTube.
ちょうど半年前にこの学校に赴任してきた先生らしいが、俺たちにその記憶はない。
They says he was a teacher who come here to our school half a year ago, but the five of us had no
俺たちの
memory
いた
of
世
that.
界では、ユイ先生という別の先生がその立ち位置だったんだ。
In other world, the world we came from, we had Miss Yue instead, filling the exact same role.
だからこのクオン先生には悪いけど、天神小学校から生還した俺たちはみんな、この事実に違和感を感じていた。
So we meant no offense to Miss Kuhn, but her presence here, this reality, just felt inherently wrong to those of us who survived the Heavenly Host incident.
Satoshi-kun, ご飯がないの?
Do you not have any lunch, Satoshi?
何が食べたい?
What is it you most like to eat?
え?
What?
好きな食べ物は?
What's your favorite food?
カツ丼?
Pork cutlet on rice, I guess. Okay.
なんだろうあの先生。
What's she up to?
からかわれたんだよ。
Guess he's just messing with you. Guess I'll go buy some bread at the cafeteria or something. Okay, but you should probably hurry it up. I mean, lunch has already started, so I doubt they have a whole lot left at this point. Oh crap, you're right. Okay, wait right here. I'll be back. Touch the run button while moving to sprint. Sprinting gradually drains your stamina, and if you run out completely, you won't be able to move again for a short time. Your stamina will recover whenever you're not sprinting, however, so be sure to slow down every now and again. I want my food! I didn't make it.
仕方ねえな。俺のエビフライ一本やるよ。
Told ya they'd run out. Here, you can have one of my fried shrimp. Open up. My eyes stone upon meeting those of the magnificent golden fried shrimp.
ほんとか？悪いな。
Really? Thank you so much. Dallas. Wait, who's up there? Oh.
持田聡様ですね。
You must be Mr. Satoshi Machida.
俺？はい、そうですけど。
I am, but,
お食事をお持ちいたしました。
I come to deliver your lunch. What? The man in black handed over a liquor box containing pork cutlet on rice with egg. Picture perfect in every way. It was my favorite meal, down to the last detail. Who or what is Miss Kuhn? She's not a regular teacher. Hitoshi, utterly dumbfounded, loosened his grip on the fried shrimp he was holding. It plummeted to the ground, defeated by the new contender. Miss Kuhn must be rich. What is Miss Kuhn? I'm telling you, she's not a regular teacher. I wonder if she's a spy. classroom. The classroom glowed with the golden hue of twilight, but my gaze was fixed at the floor. It must have been obvious to Nakashima that I had a lot on my mind.
大丈夫？委員長。
Are you okay? She asked this as she sat down at the desk front of me. Facing backwards, she was trying to comfort me. But she had dark circles around her eyes too. She and I must have looked very similar to one another from an outside perspective. My left hand was still wrapped in bandages. It throbbed incessantly, reminding me of the previous night's events. I ignored it as best as I could and forced an empty smile. I'm sorry.
もうこれ以上迷惑かけないから。
I won't cause any more trouble.
迷惑ってどういうこと？
Trouble? What do you mean? I couldn't bring myself to answer that. I just flashed another smile, a confusing one that must have looked very strange to her, and left the classroom.
委員長。
Class rep. She is
今出て行
really...
ったの篠崎か？
Did I just see Shinozaki leaving?
ナオミ、どうしたんだ？
What's wrong, Naomi?
委員長、なんだか思い詰めてるみたい。私たちでフォローしてあげた方がいいかも。
Our class rep seems to be taking everything really hard. We should try to support her a little more.
お前もだよ、ナオミ。無理していないか？
She's not the only one, Naomi. You've been pretty hard on yourself too, don't you think?
大丈夫。辛いのは私だけじゃないし、私一人甘えてられないもの。
I'm fine. I mean, I'm not the one suffering here. We've all got to be strong for one another. Ayami's and hers PTSD survivor guilt was different. Naomi is suffering because he lost Seiko. Ayami is suffering because she thinks she killed her 4 friends. So, Ayami and Naomi have totally different levels of survivor's guilt. And in a way, Ayami is suffering a lot. She's more hard on herself than Naomi could ever be. Because Naomi's just thinking about
委員長、
Psycho.
変な気起こさなきゃいいけど。
I just hope she doesn't do anything drastic. As I walked, I thought back to my time in the hospital. I was lying in bed, arms and legs virtually mummified in bandages, when a woman with flowers came to see me.
はじめまして。あら、そっくりですね。お姉ちゃんと。
Hello, you don't know me, but oh my, you really do look just like your sister.
あなた。
Who are you?
私は山村未来。
My name is Mirai Yamamura.
あなたのお姉ちゃん、日の絵とともに、ウィッカインスティテュートという精霊崇拝組合に所属しているものです。
In a way, your sister and I are both part of the Wicca Institute, an organization dedicated to the worship of spirits.
お姉ちゃんの。
So, you know sis?
はい。これはお見舞いです。
I do. That's why I've come to see you. As she said this, she placed a bouquet of flowers on the small table by the bed and looked around the room with a curious expression
ご
on
両
her
親は
face.
今、いらっしゃらない？
Are your parents not here at the moment?
お買い物に行っています。
They're out shopping.
そう。お父さんもお母さんもまだ知らないのですよね。日の絵の
I see.
死を。
I see. So neither your father nor your mother know, then, about Hinoe's death? Why do you want to know? Why is she asking that specific question?
彼女が命を落としたあの日、
The day she lost her life.
あなたを追って旧篠崎家跡地へ向かう前に、日の絵は私に最後の連絡をくれていました。
Before she went after you to that old Shinazaki estate, the last person she contacted was me.
姉ちゃんが
Sis contacted you?
きっ
I
と自
don't
分の
know
運
about
命を
that.
理解して、そして受け入れていたのね。精霊は人の死期を教えてくれるの。
She firmly understood her fate and accepted it. The spirits can reveal a person's time of death if you let them.
その分、できる精一杯の行動と覚悟が持てる。彼女は立派だったわ。
But she was prepared to take action regardless. She didn't care what the consequences might be. She was really an amazing person. Tears began to pour from my eyes, and I couldn't do anything to stop them. So, okay. I had been sitting up in my bed, but unconsciously started to curl into a fetal position as best as I could with the bandages. Yamamura put her hand on my back to comfort me.
日の絵の
I
意志を伝えるわ。
Ayami, I've come to bestow Hinoe's last wish to you.
黒の本、ブック・オブ・シャドウズを取り戻しなさい。代々篠崎家が守り続けてきた門外不出の禁忌の書よ。
Retrieve the grimoire, the Book of Shadows, the forbidden book that's been passed down through the Shinazaki family estate for generations. I don't trust you now. Why would Hinoe order me to go back and get a book
あの
that
本が
almost
心
killed
ない
her
者の手に渡れ
and
ば、
everyone?
この世は混乱の淵に落とされてしまう。
If that book should ever fall into the wrong hands, the world would most certainly be plunged into utter chaos.
私たち WI は精霊と心を通わせる自然の意志にただ沿おうとする白魔女の組合。
See, we of the WI are an association of white witches who commune with spirits and abide by the will of nature.
ご両親の反対を押し切って篠崎家から飛び出した日の絵は今さら関わるのをためらっていたのだけれど、
Hinoe was initially hesitant to involve herself with anything related to the Shinazaki bloodline, having defied her parents and rejected her lineage.
近年その存在を感じるようになってずっと気にしていたの。
But in recent years, she's been sensing the presence of the book and growing more and more intrigued.
私とウィッカの仲間で調べたけれど、篠崎義恵と幸子の屋敷跡地にはなかったわ。
The other Wiccans and I looked for it, of course, but we found no hint of it at the site of Yoshi and Sohiko's Shinazaki's estate.
更地だったはずのあの場所に焼け焦げた家の梁や瓦礫が現れていて驚いたけれど、
We were surprised to find to find burned beams and other debris of the old house on what we expected to be nothing more than a vacant lot. But
けれど、
that was what we
あの
found.
場所からは消えても、感じるの。存在はまだ残っている。この世のどこかに。
Yet, even though it wasn't there, I could still sense it. Its presence remains somewhere in this world. Yamamura looked directly into my eyes.
この町に、あなたや篠崎義恵と同じ、篠崎家の血筋の方が住んでいたのは知っているかしら。
Did you know that someone else was living in the city who shares the bloodline with you and Yoshi Shinozaki? Yamamura pulled a notebook from her pocket and carefully wrote a name and address on the top sheet. She then tore the page and handed it to me. Makina Shinozaki. I know that name. It was on the family tree.
牧野。覚えている名前だわ。義恵の家の地下室にあった篠崎の家系図。義恵の上に並んでいた彼女の母の妹。おばにあたる人。
Yeah, in the Shinozaki estate's basement. Yoshi's grandmother had 3 daughters, and the second was Makina, so Yoshi's mother's younger sister, Yoshi's aunt. Interesting. Who's this George Wuju?
その牧野さんの家に行けば、何か黒の本を取り戻すための手がかりが残されているかもしれない。
Makina's house is deserted now. If you were to go there, you might find some clue that would help lead to the Book of Shadows. Why don't you go there?
私たちは霊に対する感受性が強すぎて、部屋に入ることもできなかったわ。
We tried, but we were too strongly connected to the spirit world. We just couldn't enter the room. Then why was Noho able to enter the spirit world of Heavenly Host? He had the same strong powers as you do, so you should have no problem. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. She wants Ayame to go specifically by herself. I wonder if Noho was awakened then. It would make sense.
何が起こるかわからないけれど、日の絵の意志を継ぐ強さがあるのなら、頑張ってみなさい。
I don't know what exactly you might find there, but if you have the strength to fulfill Hinaway's last request, I'd like to ask that you try. And with that, Yamamura simply turned and left the
お
hospital
姉
room.
ちゃんの意志。
Sis' last request. On the other side of the door, a peculiar girl stood in wait. As soon as Yamamura had covered enough distance to put me out of earshot, the two of them spoke. Oh, and who might you be? I wonder. I still don't trust Yamamura.
ご苦労様。
Nice work.
これで、いいのね。
Is that good enough? Can I go now? Oh, is he being blackmailed into helping?
お前らが息をしているだけでこっちは虫唾が走るんだ。殺さないでやるから、さっさと消え失せろ。
Just like you people breathing makes my skin crawl. But I won't kill you. So yeah, that's good enough. Now get out of my face. Yamamura ran away as quickly as he could without having drawing any attention to herself. As if in response, the intimidating girl in the peculiar outfit spat on the hospital wall.
ったく、世の中アホばっかり。
Man, hard to find anyone these days who's not a dumbass. As he mumbled those words, she sneaked a side glance at me in my room. I was completely oblivious.
篠崎日之江。簡単に死にやがって。くっそ使えない。
In a way, Shinazaki died way too easily. Worthless piece of shit. Oh, so was he in a way not supposed to die then? It was time to meet my fate. I had no trouble locating Makana's residence. I don't know what I was expecting, but what I found was just an ordinary apartment building. What if Hinaway decided to die to spare her sister's death? And that's why that girl said Hinaway wasn't supposed to die, and she died way too easily. Because she could have survived, because she was strong enough. Like Noho. She only killed her master or her lover because she was succumbing to the darkening. I just couldn't involve Machada and the others in this. They'd been through enough already. Besides, this was a family matter. My bloodline was responsible for this mess, so it was only right that I be the one to make it amends alone. That is a stupid idea.
ここね。下連雀南団地。
This is the place, alright? Simmering Jaku South Apartments.
ずいぶんボロボロ。
Looks pretty run down.
これは何かの事情で取り壊されないまま放置されているのね。管理されているのかしら。
I'd expect apartments in this condition to get torn down rather than just left to rot. Does anyone even manage this building? Whenever you see a candle on the map, you can examine it to restore your HP and save your progress. Alright, let's head to the candle. Isn't this trespassing?
気が引けるのと不安で落ち着かないや。
I hate feeling so conspicuous. It puts me completely on edge. Nobody lives here, so you're fine.
扉が開いて、こらって怒鳴られたらびっくりして死んじゃうかも。
If a doors are suddenly open and somebody yells at me for being here, I think I'll probably just drop dead on the spot. Is somebody coming? When a person gets truly startled, She's unable to move due to the combination of fear and, well, being put on the spot. It's like she's been planted to the ground. That sentence doesn't make sense. That paragraph does not make sense at all. Who is it talking about? It may be human nature, but I hate it not being in control of my actions. Nevertheless, there I was, a sitting duck, just waiting for somebody to come down the stairs. Except no one did. The seconds ticked on, but I was pretty definitely the only one here.
確かに足音がしたのに。
Could have sworn I heard footsteps. I should check the mailboxes first. Time to turn on my flashlight. The mailbox was stuffed with vast quantities of tissue paper. The bottom layer of this deck had turned an unpleasant shade of brown. It may have just been from years of sitting debris, but if that were the case, it shouldn't have been that dark.
何あれ?
What's in there? I slowly unwrapped the tissue, morbidly curious as to what I might find inside. It was only then that I noticed the inside of the mailbox itself, which was stained a deep crimson. It almost looked like blood. That's not a good sight. I'd unwrapped enough by now to see what was inside the tissue paper too. It was the skeletal remains of a bird. On the rusted panel of the mailbox from which I discovered the gruesome find was a name scribbled in permanent marker, Senazaki. Alright, so I guess I'm going up. What's going on? Is someone there? I must be hearing things. Where's my flashlight? Persistent use of your flashlight will eventually kill its battery. If this happens, you'll need to find a new battery and use it, or you'll be left in the dark. For one, Senazaki. I should have gone to the bathroom before coming here. Guess I'll just have to hold it. The door is shut tight. Knock.
すみません。
Excuse me? There's a doorbell on the wall nearby. Pressing it only produces clicks. There's no power. The door is shut tight. Open it. I took a deep breath, mentally preparing myself for what I was about to attempt, and grabbed the steel doorknob. That scared me. My phone? God, don't scare me like that. Who would be calling? Who would be calling me at this hour, huh? Unknown number. Hello?
ないくないくないくないくないくないくないくないく
What the hell? The number disappeared from the screen, as if the call had never been placed, because it hasn't. What? What? Is my phone on the fritz or something? God. It's open. You opened it. Hello? It's so dusty in here.
人が住まなくなってから何年ぐらい経っているんだろう。
How many years has it been since somebody actually lived here?
お邪魔します。
Is anyone home?
靴脱いだ方がいいかな。
Should I take off my shoes?
おかえり。今、人の声が。
That was totally a voice.
そうだ。
That's right.
篠崎義恵の家に行った時の教訓を生かさなくちゃ。
I need to learn from my mistakes. At Yoshi Shinazaki's house.
今回はちゃんと用意したんだから。
This time, I've come prepared.
お姉ちゃんが研究のために使ってたボイスレコーダー。
With the voice recorder sis used for her research.
2008年11月10日午後7時48分篠崎真希奈の家捜索開始。
November 10th, 2008, 7:48 p.m. Beginning investigation of Makina Shinazaki's apartment.
私は大丈夫。頑張れる。あの学校とあの家をくぐってきた。
I'm fine. I can do this. I've been to that school and that house.
山村さんの話だと篠崎真希奈はすでに亡くなっているってことだけど。
The way Yamamura was talking, Makina Shinozaki is dead.
生活用品とか当時のままみたい。
But her appliances seem to still be intact.
篠崎真希菜が亡くなった後、誰もここに入らなかったのかしら。
Has anyone even been here since her passing?
やっぱり怖いよ。
Damn it, this is scary. On the tiny kitchen table sat numerous prescription bags and instructions. The name written on the bag was
やはり篠崎真希菜の家で間違いないよね。
Got that crunches it. This is definitely Makina Shinozaki's house, apartment. Oh, this is scary. This is nice graphics. There doesn't seem to be anything of note on the shelves. There doesn't seem... I tried to click on the fridge. There was a photo hanging from the freezer door. Though blurry and hard to make out, it seemed to be of a forest thick with mist, along with one additional detail that made it.
私は大丈夫。私は大丈夫。
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. No, you won't.
やっぱり帰りたい。怖いよ。
No, I want to go home. I'm scared.
手がかりって言ったって。
Clues. I'm looking for clues. But where? How?
見当もつかないけど。牧野さんの遺品をできるだけ持ち帰ってみよう。
I don't even know what I'm looking for, do I? I'll just try to take some of Makina's things back with me, I guess. As many as I can carry. So you came here with no plan? That's dumb. Well, time to go into this room. Items laying about can be obtained by examining them. There may be hidden compartments or spaces and shelves and such as well, so be sure to examine everywhere very carefully. Alright, let's get what this one thing is. There's something lying on the table. Batteries obtained. The drawers seem to contain only insurance documents as well as an official name stamp.
これは持っていけないや。遺族の人はいないのかな。
These are... I can't take these. I wonder if there are any dependents listed though. Or if...
写真。
Or if there's anything else in here. Let's see. Ah, a photograph. The top photograph on the stack depicted a young woman with a hairstyle decidedly not of this modern era.
この人が牧野さん？
Is this McKenna? The next photo showed a different woman smiling widely. Her clothes were actually quite beautiful, and her eyes went almost lifelike on the paper, like they could suck you in, because they can. I flipped through each of the remaining pictures, seeing mostly just more of the same, until... Makina, Ricky, and Yoshi, and Yohomna
篠崎よしえ。幸子のお母さんだわ。
Yoshi Shinazaki? That's Soichi's mother. Sohiko's mother.
だとすると、この女の子が。
So does that mean that girl is... Alright, I think this is all of it. I probably can go. I should check the cells over here first. Okay.
何かしらこれ。
What's this? It was a small white box made out of paper. So small and fat that it fit in the palm of my hand. It was light as a feather too. Open the box. Why is there another one in here?
拾ってあげなきゃ。でも怖い。
I have to pick it up, but I really don't want to.
触れない。
I can't do it.
ごめんね。ごめんね。
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I closed my eyes and put my hands together, saying a little prayer for the poor animal. I then left the box where it lay and got back to my feet. This game has beautiful graphics. I like the 3D look of it. Now let's go. In the middle of the room, a twin-size futon was neatly laid out. Its top cover was convex, just as it would be if someone were sleeping beneath it. In fact, that's exactly what it looked like, almost unmistakably. And right on top of it sat a perfect cube in a box, about 10 centimeters across on all sides and bright red, like a Santo Terrell gate. Which would have been a lot more interesting if it weren't still scared out of my mind by the thought that there might have been someone under the cover this whole time. I have to take this box back with me. It won't open. It was a silhouette of a human being, all black, save two perfectly round cutouts positioned halfway up the head, granting with an unearthly light. There were no signs of life nor detail anywhere along with the shadowy figure except in those eyes, but those eyes were very much alive. They were undeniably the eyes of a human. As if in response to my worst fears, I suddenly caught sight of a small girl in a black dress standing right in front of me. hesitantly taking a closer look. It was actually me reflected in the mirror. But not just me. There was a black shadow behind me, and it was coming closer. I panicked and whirled around, and my light immediately went out. I was completely surrounded in darkness, as if whatever I seen had fully enveloped me. No, no, no. I stepped in something soft and squishy. Unconsciously, I paused for a split second, pondering what it may have been, but in my de facto conclusion was, I don't care. I need to get the hell out of here. Why is it locked? I don't remember unlocking it. No, please, not now. Open, open! Turning around the glass door surface, I finally found what seemed to be a handle. I tried in vain to turn it, only to realize that I couldn't, because... Why won't my right hand open? I didn't have to ask though. I could feel it and see it. My right hand was being clasped shut by the tiny ghostly hands of a white-hued child. I shook my arm violently, and the white apparition faded from sight. But my closed right hand still wouldn't open. Why? Why can't I open it? I had to get out of there. That was paramount. Collapsed fish or no, I needed to leave before something worse happened. Panic. I flung open the glass door. Why? This should be the way out. I fell back, completely sick to my stomach. My heart was pounding so hard and so fast I was convinced I was going to have a heart attack and die. At the very least, I knew I was about to lose consciousness. As if to confirm just how done for I was, my nose began bleeding profusely. I had no doubt at all anymore. This was the end.
Shinozaki! Oi! Shikkari shiro!
Snap out of it. Glass wrap. Kishimoto moved my worn, limp body off the tatami flooring and carefully sat me up. I regained consciousness right away, and I was immediately met with the worried gazes of Kisanuma, Machida, and Nakashima. Thank goodness you're safe. Nakashima wiped tears from her eyes. You guys. I was so relieved, so very relieved to see my friends. I started crying as well.
篠崎、なんでお前一人でこんなことしてんだよ。
What the hell did you think you were doing coming out here by yourself?
私がやらなきゃいけないことだから。
I had to. I just had to.
何？
Why?
岸沼。サトシ。
ヨシキに任せよ
Let's leave this to Yoshiki.
私が始まりだから。
I was the cause of this.
始まりって何のだよ。
The cause of what?
全部私が悪いの。私のせいでみんないなくなって。お姉ちゃんは。
Everything is my fault. All of our friends are gone because of me. Even sis. Even she's gone. I was sobbing like a baby. My face must have been a mess, and my voice came out hoarse and in short bursts.
悪いって何が？
How is this your fault?
私が幸せの幸子さんなんておまじない持ってきたせいだよ。全部私が悪いんだから。
Because it was my idea to do the Sehiko Ever After. I'm the one who brought it to school and had everyone stay to participate. That was the start of all of this. It's my fault. Yep. She has severe
まさか
guilt.
お前一人で全部の責任を背負い込んでんじゃないだろうな。
How can you possibly take all of this responsibility for that?
なあ、俺たちは仲間だろ、篠崎。
Hey, we're a team, Shinozaki. You know that, right? I sleeplessly nodded my head, then looked down. I didn't want to meet his
じ
gaze.
ゃあよ。
Well, if you know that, then...
頼れよ。一人で突っ走んなよ。
Then don't forget it. Stop taking everything on yourself.
いいか。今ここではっきりさせといてやる。あんなもの絶対に。
Let me put it to you real simple. Don't you even think for a second. Not even 1 second.
お前のせいなんかじゃねえんだよ。
That this is all your fault.
死ぬまく。
お前は悪くない。だからそんな風に自分を責めんなよ。
You're not to blame, okay? So just stop blaming yourself, damn it.
死ぬまく。
少なくともここにいるみんなそう思ってるだろう。
Everybody else here felt the same way too, right?
ああ、ヨシキの言う通りだ。
Yeah, Yoshiki's right.
そうだよ、委員長。もう一人で抱え込まないで。
He's exactly right. You shouldn't always be trying to do everything on yourself.
私、みんなをもう巻き込みたくないから、自分で何とかしなきゃって。でも、怖くて。
I didn't want you guys to get dragged into this. I tried to do it myself so you wouldn't have to, but I was scared.
私、やっぱり、何もできなかった。
I just couldn't. I couldn't do anything.
ったくバカだな。
God.
お前はよく頑張ったよ。いいからもっと俺たちを頼れ。
God, you're so dense. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. You did good. Just don't do it again. Not without us.
バカってひどい。
I'm dense? That's so mean.
いや、だからよ。
No, that's not exactly what I meant.
ありがとう。
Thank you. I didn't entirely believe them. It was a fact that this whole mess started when I led everyone into the Sihiko Ever After withdrawal, but I appreciated their words nonetheless.
こうなってしまった以上、残された俺たちはみんなで、この現実を受け止めていくしかないんだ。
We're the ones who made it. We have no choice but to come to terms with what happened. It's a part of us now.
受け入れるんじゃなく、な。
We don't have to accept it, though.
少しでも良くしていくために、できることをする。
Yeah, we can still fight this. We can try to set things right, even if only by the smallest margins.
気持ちはみんな一緒だよ、委員長。
I think it's fair to say that we all feel the same way you do. And that's right.
あなたは何もできなかったなんてことはないわよ。
You claim you couldn't do anything. However, but I'm not so sure. That's true. I didn't recognize the voice at all, and was a little perturbed that no one else seemed startled by it. It belonged to a girl I'd never seen before, wearing an unusual outfit.
篠崎あゆみちゃんね。無事でよかったわ。
You must be Ayume Samazaki. I'm glad to see no harm has befallen you. What is up with all these people knowing who Ayame is?
あなたは
Who are you?
篠崎、お前がヤバいところに向かってるって、この場所を俺たちに教えてくれたのは、この人なんだ。
Shinazaki, this is the person who tipped us off about where you were headed and led us here.
丹羽愛子さんだ。
Her name is Aiko Nawa. Oh, is she the sister of that teacher assistant girl?
ごめんなさいね。いろいろと調べさせてもらったわ。私は情報や霊能関係に詳しいの。
I'm sorry to be so presumptuous. I take the liberty of looking into you. I'm what you might call an intelligence agent, I suppose, regarding matters of the supernatural.
篠崎ひのえさんの妹さんなら、そうね。さえのきなほちゃんの友達といえばわかるかしら。
As the little sister of Hinoue Shinazaki, I suppose the quickest way to explain would be to say that I'm a friend of Nohu. Okay. So all of them are friends. So Aiko, Yamamura, and maybe that teacher assistant because her last name is Niwa, and then Aiko's last name is Niwa. So maybe Aiko is related to Kun somehow. Like maybe she's her sister or something. I wonder. They're all related somehow though, and involved. I just don't know how. But it's fun to think about it. I wonder how their story is gonna involve.
なほさんの？お姉ちゃんのことも知ってるの？
A friend of Noho's, and you know sis too?
え？
Yeah.
あなたのお姉さん、
日野江さんはこちらの世界では有名人だったわ。
Yes, your sister, Hinaway, made quite a name for herself in this plane. So you guys are ghosts?
あゆみちゃん、その右手開かないの？
Ayami, your right hand. Are you not able to open it? My right hand had been grasped out this whole time. I'd almost forgotten about it. I tried to open it again, but still couldn't.
はい。
No, I can't.
あ？見せてみろ。
Huh? Let me see. Kitsunuma grabbed my hand and tried to pry my fingers open. That hurts.
無理に開ける必要はないわ。きっと時期が来たら自然に開く。その時を待ちなさい。
There's no point in forcing it. It should open naturally when the time is right. You just need to be patient. What does that mean? So is our hand clasped together by supernatural forces? Like that ghost? Is our hand gonna turn into a ghost?
これは
And what's this now? She attempted to open the box for just a moment, but her efforts proved to be in vain, just as mine were.
気になる箱ね。これも開かない。なるほどね。
This is rather interesting. Like your hand, it simply refuses to open and to show what it contains. How fascinating. Aiko was mesmerized by the unopened box. She seemed desperate to understand what force kept it sealed. Almost giddy at the unspoken prospects of what it could mean.
ものすごい霊力。これはすごいわ。今晩預かっていいかしら。うちに戻れば開けられるかもしれない。
Such spiritual energy. This is wonderful. May I hold on to this? If only for tonight. I believe I can open it once I return home. Okay. I had the feeling that this was less a request than it was a statement. She would never have taken no for an answer.
まあ、今日はもう遅いから詳しい話は明日させてもらうわね。放課後会いに行くわ。
Well, it's getting late tonight. Let's talk more tomorrow, shall we? I'll come meet you after school. How do you know where we go to school? Oh, maybe she is her sister. Maybe her sister told her. Or maybe she is Miss Coon. That night, after I returned home, I stood in front of the mirror and just kept trying to open my right hand. I put every bit of strength and energy I had into it. My fingers, it opened. What I found inside my heretofore, what's that word? What I found in my closed hand were teeth, human teeth, from the looks of it. Very small baby teeth, 2 of them. The roots of each tooth were embedded deep within my palm, and I was bleeding quite a bit as a result. Well, maybe the ghost that got your hand was a baby.
どうして、なんで私の手の中に子供の歯が？
Why are there teeth? in my hand. Maybe they're important. Alright, Chapter 0, A Fight Linked. To be continued. I gotta say, I'm loving the updated 3D visuals. EVM entries for Hono Shinozaki has been updated. Have been unlocked. Interesting. I'm loving the... I wonder if we'll get to see Kagurashi High and Elementary Host again. Maybe we'll get to see what it looks like. New Encyclopedia Obscura entries have been unlocked. W.I. Kagurashi Academy, Yoshiki Kasenuma. Grimoire, Sihiko Ever After, UI Susudo. Ayame Shinozaki, Seko Sinara, Simmer and Junku South Apartments. I'm not reading all this. Already, this seems like a very much higher narrative than the original Corpse Party. Do you want to save? Yes, I want to save. Alright, well, that's the end of Chapter 0, and I'm so glad I'm playing this game. I want to end the Corpse Party, and I want to find out, like, what happens to everyone at the store progresses. So, I hope you all had a good day, good evening, and good night wherever you are in the world and watching this. And if you like horror, stay tuned for part 1. Take care, everyone. Oh, and check this out. What could this be, I wonder? Esquestia, XC Games. Oh, the intro. The title screen. Alright. Alright, well, take care.